On the news, EFCC declares Emefiele's wife and 3 others wanted. FCT police arrest 3 suspected child traffickers, rescue 12 children. And National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) begs NLC TUC to shelve planned strike. It's a pleasure to have you join us on News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I'm Tamilore Akinkolie. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has declared Margaret Emefiele, the wife of former Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) Governor Godwin Emefiele, and 3 others wanted for alleged involvement in money laundering activities. According to the EFCC, Margaret Emefiele, Eric Odo, Anita Omolie, and her husband Jonathan Omolie are wanted for their roles in the scheme to convert large sums of money belonging to the federal government of Nigeria. A statement released by the EFCC on Friday included mugshot portrait of the 4 suspects, urging anyone with information about their whereabouts to contact the nearest EFCC command or police station. The declaration comes amidst ongoing legal proceedings against Godwin Emefiele, who is facing charge of fraud amounting to 1.8 billion naira and $6.2 million. And in a crucial section before the Senate Committee on Finance, Banking, Insurance and Finance Institution, Minister of Economy Wale Edun reaffirmed the government's unwavering dedication to alleviating the challenges faced by Nigerians. Addressing concerns over the depreciation of the naira and escalating food prices, Edun emphasized the administration's commitment to achieving stability in foreign exchange. Joined by members of the President Economic Team, Edun outlined a strategic roadmap focused on bolstering revenue streams, particularly through oil revenue, as a vital step towards economic revitalization.
In the short term, the commitment is to face the pain of Nigerians and to do everything that can be done to ease those pains. And of course, on the foreign exchange side, to achieve stability. But I can assure us here that in the medium term, the set of measures that have been taken to improve revenue, starting with oil revenue, which gives both dollars and naira, and is the key in the very short term to having a boost to the economy. To non-oil revenue, domestic revenue, major tax reforms are underway, not to increase the rate of tax, but to improve. Senators, you yourselves admonished us to ensure that the revenue that is due to the Consolidated Revenue Fund is brought in judiciously, efficiently, and on a timely manner. That is being done using technology. Expenditure. We are looking at ensuring that government expenditure is carefully spent. Even Mr. President has reduced his own expenditure. And so, for the medium term, let us be assured that the monetary and the fiscal policies which are being implemented are going to lead to increase in production, increased funding for the government to play its own role.
The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has arrested 3 suspects for alleged trafficking of 12 children. The spokesperson of the command, Josephine Ade, in a statement, disclosed the preliminary investigation revealed that the children, whose ages are between 5 years to 16 years, all from Akanga local government areas of Nasarawa State, were being trafficked to Ogun State by one Pastor Simon Kado and Jesse Simon Kado, who are now presently in police custody. The police spokesperson said while investigation is still ongoing, an effort in conjunct with Nasarawa State Police Command on how to reunite victims with their respective families, the Commissioner of Police FCT, Bennett Igwe, reiterated that the safety of residents remains his utmost priority. He equally urged residents to report suspicious activities to the police through its emergency lines. And the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has appealed to the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, to suspend their proposed strike in the interest of the nation. NANS National President Pedro Obi made the appeal at a news conference in Abeokuta on Saturday. The NLC and TUC had on February 8 issued a 14-day nationwide strike notice to the government over the failure to implement the agreement reached on October 2, 2023, following the removal of fuel subsidy. Obi said the association shared the pains of Nigerians, especially the youth and student community, over the current hardship. He explained that the association was of strong belief that the planned strike, if embarked on, would further worsen the economic crisis in the country. The NANS president added that the labor unions had the right to make demands and embark on strike to drive home their point, but appealed for reconsideration of the decision. And the National Examination Council, NECO, has announced the indefinite postponement of its 2024 staff promotion examinations in reaction to the resolution of the House of Representatives. The National Examination Body disclosed this in a statement signed by its acting director, Directorate of Information and Digital Communication, Aziz Sani. The promotion examination was earlier scheduled to hold on February 14 and 15, 2024 in Minna, Niger State. However, NECO informed all its staff who are due for promotion this year that the exercise has been put on hold. The House of Representatives on Wednesday mandated the Committee on Education, Examination Board and Basic Education to interface with NECO on its planned promotion examination for about 1,500 staff, given the security and economic situation of the country. And off the back of the recent ban on the production of alcoholic beverages in sachet, as well as PET and glass bottles of 200 meters and below by NAFDAC, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria assembled members of the press and stakeholders on Friday, the 9th of February 2024, at the Man House in Lagos to voice their dismay. According to Segun Ajayi Kadri, Director General of MAN, adequate consideration wasn't given to the effect the ban will have on producers, workers, and consumers before it was placed by NAFDAC. Our correspondent, Chidi Igwe, has details in this report.
For many young Nigerians, alcoholic beverage in PET bottles and sachet have become synonymous with convenience and economic accessibility. They have become quite popular among customers because of their handy size. However, single-serve forms of alcohol have become a focal point of concern for the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration Control, NAFDAC, over their reported negative impacts on health and the environment. Speaking at this press conference, the Director General of the Manufacturer Association of Nigeria, MAN, says the enforcement of the ban would endanger jobs and halt hundreds of billions of naira investments in the subsector by foreign and local investors.
It is important to know that the industries have invested hundreds of billions of naira, not only in the business, but over time in packaging and the distributive trade. Most of the huge investments are backed by enormous indebtedness to foreign and local financial institutions. How do we pay back? It should also be borne in mind that prior to the investment made by the companies in the packaging, distribution, logistics, and advertisement of their products, the necessary approvals were obtained, thus prompting them to make the said investments. This is what this ban is going to wreak for no justifiable reason.
Stakeholders say that contrary to NAFDAC's reasons for placing the ban, smaller sachet alcoholic drinks aid moderate drinking.
Small is good. Small sizes ensure portion control. Smaller sizes ensure responsible drinking. On the other side, big is actually not healthy. For the information of the House today, Nigeria does not have a drinking problem. If you start thinking about per capita consumption of alcohol in the world, right? Nigeria comes right at the bottom. We have countries like Russia and Ukraine that lead the chart where alcoholism is a severe problem. Nigeria doesn't have that problem.
On his part, the Executive Director of Finance and Operations at Lexel Group says the ban will lead to loss of jobs.
If the banning is sustained, we know how many people that will lose their job, in every household, every worker, at least feeding at least 5 people, and look at the 500,000 that are direct workers of this distilleries company, multiply it by 5 average, and also look at all these vendors that are doing the packaging materials, those who are doing laminates, those who are doing cartons, those who are doing gift boxes. See how many people that are going to lose their job.
Although MAN says it agrees with NAFDAC's operations as a regulatory body, the association called for a review of the ban while intensifying the campaign against underage drinking and abuse by adults. MAN further suggested a stiffer penalty to deter the target groups. Chidi Igwe, TV360 News, Lagos.
The Traditional Youth Chiefs Forum of Nigeria has welcomed Abdul Hamid Aliru as new chairman. Abdul Hamid Aliru has assumed the esteemed position of chairman of the Traditional Youth Chiefs Forum of Nigeria, succeeding Uba Sani Daura, who led the forum for nearly a decade as its inaugural chairman. The inauguration ceremony held in Abuja saw an assembly of youth leaders representing various emirate councils across the nation witness Aliru's ascension to leadership.
It is very important to be creative, be positive. That's what we're going to bring to the table. You see, leadership at whatever level, at whatever capacity, cannot be achieved without creativity. It's not just about the charisma or the character of the leaders. It requires a lot of creativity. So, and for the youth, one important message for me to them is, anybody that cannot follow simply cannot lead. So learn to follow. Follow your elders, respect your elders, and be creative about it.
We are very close to youths. You know, the greatest percentage of the population today is youth-driven. You cannot achieve anything politically, economically, and otherwise without the involvement of the youth. We as traditional youth holders that represent our different domains are here to chart a course for the government, to chart a course for the young people, so that at least we will forge ahead with one voice, speak with one voice, and make sure that we carry every other member of our emirates in the whole country together to forge ahead.
We know that there are Ministry of Youth Affairs, so we are going to channel our problems through our respective chiefs to the ministry, so that the youths, there are a lot of youths across the nation, especially the girls, and they are being abused. So we are going to make sure that we look into them in various communities and see to their problem and try to do our best in order to solve some of their problems.
We'll go on a break here, but still to come, Kenya's Bernard Sang wins Lagos City Marathon 2024. Details of the story right after this break. Welcome back. Now a quick recap of our top stories. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has declared Margaret Emefiele, the wife of former Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele, and 3 others wanted for alleged involvement in money laundering activities. According to the EFCC, Margaret Emefiele, Eric Odo, Anita Omole, and her husband Jonathan Omole are wanted for their roles in a scheme to convert large sums of money belonging to the federal government of Nigeria. We also told you that the Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command has arrested 3 suspects for alleged trafficking of 12 children. The spokesperson of the command, Josephine Ade, in a statement, disclosed that preliminary investigation revealed that the children, whose ages are between 5 years to 16 years, all from Akwanga local government area of Nasarawa State, were being trafficked to Ogun State by one Pastor Simon Kado and Justice Simon Kado, who are now presently in the police custody. And in case you missed any of our news bulletin or for more updates, you can catch us on Lime's World TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery and Apple Store. On Facebook, we are TV360 Online.
Cut. All right. What's your name again? Kemi?
Yes, sir.
Good. Are you ready for us for next week?
Yes, sir.
Next.
No, sir. No.
What? Look, what we need here is one who can speak fluent English.
Give her a chance.
I need a angel to hold me. Hold me, my beautiful angel.
Cut! It is Angel, not Angel. Please, I'm done with you. Excuse us. Kemi was far better.
It's not about our rendition. It's not about our performance here. By the time she and her friends join us in our hotel rooms, you will know how far.
Can I have her phone?
She has a robust profile.
Real robust profile. I do not undercut professional ethics. It is an act of corruption. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country. Stop corruption now.
And on business, the governor of Nigeria's central bank, Olayemi Cardoso, says the value of the US dollar in Nigeria depends on how much dollar comes into the country and how much Nigerians want them. According to him, the exchange rate in Nigeria has been going up and down due to the low supply of the dollar and high demand for it among Nigerians. Particularly, he underscored the increasing demand for US dollars spurred by the rising number of Nigerian students pursuing education abroad.
Over the past decade, foreign exchange demand for education and healthcare has totaled nearly $40 billion. Notably, this amount surpasses the total current foreign exchange reserves of the CBN. Mitigating a significant portion of this demand could have resulted in a considerably stronger Naira today. On the supply side of the exchange rate, to bolster the inflow of US dollars into a country, the economy must earn these dollars through exports, whether oil or non-oil, or by attracting foreign investments. A robust economic foundation is essential to produce goods and services that the global market is willing to pay for in US dollars. When the supply surpasses demand, the exchange rate appreciates, causing the price of the dollar to fall. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, the contrary has taken place. Regrettably, over the past 12 years, our oil exports constituted over 90% of our foreign exchange revenues and have declined from $93.89 billion in 2011 to $31.4 billion in 2020. From the aforementioned points, we can infer that the genuine issue impacting the exchange rate is the simultaneous decrease in the supply and increase in the demand for US dollars. My team and I are dedicated to refocusing the bank by giving primacy to price stability. We also aim to build confidence in the Nigerian economy through the maintenance of stability in consumer prices and the foreign exchange market.
On the foreign scene, a tragic incident unfolded in Florida today as a private passenger jet carrying 5 individuals crash-landed on Interstate 75 near Naples. The Bombardier Challenger 600 business jet, en route from Ohio to Naples Airport, reported engine failure before the crash, according to the National Transportation Safety Board. The harrowing scene, captured in videos and photos, shows the aircraft engulfed in flames on the busy highway, with reports indicating it collided with 2 vehicles upon impact. While 3 passengers survived, authorities confirmed 2 fatalities, with details on whether they were from the plane or vehicle pending notification of their next of kin. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, says it's urging Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali to reconsider their decision to withdraw from the political and economic alliance. This plea comes amidst concerns about the hardship that such a withdrawal would impose on the citizens of these countries. The junta-led government announced their decision to leave ECOWAS on January 28 after facing pressure from the bloc to restore constitutional order following a series of coups. Council Chairman Yusuf Maintama Tugar emphasized that the departure of these countries from ECOWAS was a great hardships for their citizens.
The creation of ECOWAS was aimed at promoting economic prosperity for its citizens. ECOWAS is about our shared values, history, and traditions. Millions of our people live and work in different member states without let or hindrance. ECOWAS is a vast and diverse market. It presents substantial opportunities for trade and investment. As esteemed members of this important ECOWAS body, it is incumbent upon us to devise solutions to the challenges presented by these decisions. Let me underscore that in our pursuit of solutions, we must remain committed to the principles of democratic governance and safeguarding the right of our people to freely elect their leaders.
This meeting is critical in our view, and we believe the extraordinary nature reflects the urgency to address these conflicting matters on our continent and particularly in the West African region.
And up next is Entertainment Report on News Now.
It will be the first new competitive category at the ceremony since Best Animated Feature was added in 2002. Casting directors have campaigned in recent years to be recognized in the way other film crafts like sound, costume, hair and makeup are. The category will not be introduced until 2026 ceremony because of how far in advance awards campaigns are planned. This move comes despite the Academy's effort to shorten the Oscar ceremony in recent years in an effort to keep viewers interested. A Ghanaian woman has sparked reactions as she attempts to chew a gum for 7 days non-stop in a chewing gum marathon to set a Guinness record. The woman, known as Atise Mame, revealed she began preparing for the chewing gum marathon since 2023 and she intends to chew a piece of gum for 7 days without stopping to set a record. Videos popping online shows her on a seat chewing a piece of gum while a time was set on her screen beside her. And that's it on entertainment segment on News Now. Queen Ibanigo, TV360 News, Lagos.
And finally on sports, the 2024 edition of the annual 42-kilometer Access Bank Lagos City Marathon has once again been dominated by East African runners. Bernard Sang of Kenya on Saturday emerged winner in men category, while Ethiopia's Kebene Chala was the first woman to get to the finish line. The annual competition has always been dominated by East African country athletes who won in 2016, 2017, 2020 and 2021. This next report has more details.
At exactly 6 a.m. on Saturday, the bang of a gunshot flagged off the 9th Access Lagos City Marathon at the front of National Stadium Surulere, with over 81 world-class elite runners who are gold-label athletes, hoping to win a prize of $50,000. With an extreme high humidity of 100% at exactly 2 hours 16 minutes, Bernard Sang of Kenya became the first athlete to cross the finish line after trying 3 different times to win the marathon race.
I feel grateful because I I have come 3 times, and it is my first time winning. Last year it was number 3. No, I was only expecting to finish on a podium finish. I was not expecting to win.
Present at the marathon race, Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat appreciated all private organizations for working towards a successful race, which has also helped boost the state economy and tourism sector.
In terms of economy, of course, it elevates it. People buy more goods. People understand our culture better. So it has many multiplying effects. It's not just about money, but it's also about relationship and then showcasing our state and our country, so that it's not only negative narrative that people see. People see positive component, they see Nigerians at their best, and they see that we can organize the best event anywhere in the world, just like anywhere.
Making consistency key, Adamu Shehu, 4-time marathon champion since 2021, advocated for private sector support in sponsoring Nigerian athletes for international training.
We want some of the organizations or companies, private donors, so that to come and chip in into this marathon. This is now marathon is a global economy to other countries. If some other organization will look at the elites, take them to train in Kenya for 6 months against next year Access Bank Marathon, believe you me, we Nigerians will come first overall. There is no doubt about that, because it's like they carry you and put you in the first class student. You that you are carrying C and D. You know, it's hard for you to beat them. So when you go and learn together with them, you know the terminologies. So we are pleading some other organizations that are willing to sponsor, let them come and sponsor.
The technical director of the race, Yusuf Ali, says the weather, which was hotter than expected, affected the runners, and said the management involved in the race might move the race from the next edition a bit forward for a better weather.
I think with the race I'm very satisfied, but the issue of the weather played a big role in it. When we started it was 28 degrees, 100% humidity, and that really affected the runners. I think we have to go back and have a very good plan on when to do this. Either we have to move it, or because we can't start earlier than 6 o'clock. But maybe we have to move the month, because right now is by February in Lagos is very, very hot, and it's not helping the time.
Ethiopia's 25-year-old Kenebe Chala was the first woman to get to the finish line at the 2024 Access Bank Lagos City Marathon, while Deborah Pam was the first Nigerian woman to cross the finish line. Opeyemi Obushini, TV360 News, Lagos.
And that wraps up our bulletin on News Now. Thank you for watching. I'm Tamilore Akinkunle. Bye for now.